Oh, look, which one's that going? Graceful start. Hey. Right. Don't worry, that shouldn't be going on for very long. Hopefully. So let's get started. I say graceful start. I know. So, right. Last time. Okay, no. Wait, bad start. Right. Welcome to day 9 of my Fatman build. Right, last time I made, well, I made this one, which has big cuts down the side, which I don't like, and loads of rips along the surface, but fortunately all that's going to be hidden. This one, which is in better condition, but is also still, you know, not perfect, because none of my stuff's ever perfect. And then this one, which I was trying to replicate the same shape. I mean, they're similar, right? But of course, it stands wonky, and I don't really care, because this one is just a test to see how well it works. So, and of course, the Fatman is pretty close to the end of construction on that. But of course, it has no ammunition. Apart from that one, which is not being put on this at all, it's just there for reference, basically, for when I'm making this. So, now I just have to do all of the detailing, because anyone who's ever done work on a cosplay will know that half of the work is making the thing in the first place, the next half is making the detailing on it, and then the final half, which is 3 halves, don't worry about it, is then painting all of the detail on afterwards to just make it not look awful. Okay, well I was hoping it was going to finish soon. That's in a sec. It has decided it wants to be an interruption today. That'll be fun. But yeah, none of these are standing perfectly straight. I mean, that one's slightly off towards that side. This one's slightly off towards that side. And this one is way... This one's just wonky. It's not just like one direction of wonky. It's just wonky in all directions. This one's pretty straight though, so I did one right. It's alright. First up, let's do some basic measuring and marking out on this one. You know, I've had that ruler right in front of me all week, and I don't know where it is. See, I've got 2 rulers. I've got the big one, and I've got the little one. And the big one is my big cutting edge, which really good for cutting. Really, really bad for measuring. But I don't know where the other one went, and It's one of those things, I've spent a week tripping over the damn thing. No idea. So basically it's 1 centimetre up the top, and these about 5. Apart from that one, which is 6 for some reason. That one's about 5, yeah. So the average 5, apart from that one at the back, it's 6 for reasons that are beyond me. So let's start cutting them. I swear I had tapes around here or something. Oh well. So we've got 1 centimetre on the top meshed out for that one. Now we're just going to do the same for all of them. There's really only 4, so. Just keep it going. Okay, and of course this one, because they're all being made and we want to see how this works out. Of course my ability to measure to 3 centimetres or to like 5 centimetres like I should have is very much in question here, because none of these are right. I mean, this one's 4 to 3.5. Whereas that one there is 4 to 5.5 on the original. Okay, so we've measured around all 3 of them, got the basic start. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't look right. I mean, they look so thin, but yeah, it turns out it's about right. So that's one marked up. I figured this was going to be a lot easier if I just use the old one to mark the new one, right? So instead of them being a little bit wonky, because this one is just wider out over there for some reason. By the way, if they look too big, I will be throwing away the sections that are too big. But of course, it is best to remember that you can always take more material off. Adding more on, not so easy. This way around is much easier using scissors than a knife. Here. Yeah, hopefully I won't be taking so many unannounced breaks now. To be fair, I'm okay. How are you doing? Sorry. That's good to hear. And mostly sleeping. I've had a lot, well, minor difficulty staying awake. my sleep cycle was messing up, and it moved to when I stream. It happens occasionally, get used to it, but okay. So, well, good luck for whatever you're doing. See you then. Needed correct. It'll work. Okay, how about you? Yeah, it'll do. Okay, let's get out and start marking. turn that off now. So what I'm doing here, this one is going to end up being a nuke, hence leaving that open for a battery compartment so we can put the glow in. But that does mean that we need somewhere to put the lighting rig. And of course there is no way you can put lights on this, and if you put lights on top of the surface, okay, if you put lights on top of the surface, you'd end up with the bulbs like being bumps everywhere, and it would look terrible. So I've been trying to work out a good way to do this. But basically I've got to get a trench cut in there, and then some way to get a wire from down here to up there. So the way I've decided to do it, is literally cut a trench. So we just sort of get all this out. So there you go, a trench. Now it's only been cut in one of them because the other ones are just going to be traditional mini nukes, and there's no problem. But it does mean that we can't finish this one until I get the extra parts, which will be some time. Oh well. One last process I can actually do on that one now. And that is, we're going to have quite a significant hole. Like we're going to have quite a significant hole needed to get the wire up, so we're going to have to run it up the side or up through the centre, but there's already a big hole in the centre, so if you do this, That's not foam. Okay, guess I'm going to be going up the side. So yeah, turns out these are slightly heavier than you'd expect for what's in them, for a reason. Turns out there's a bag of sand in there. I did not know that. Well, I know that now. Let's just clean up whatever that turns out to be. So it's going to be loud, so warning for anyone with headphones. Okay, so that's going to be a change plan, because I thought this thing was just full of foam, but feeling the weight on it, I think it's got a bag of sand or something in the centre, because that's what appears to have come out. Oh well, you learn something new every day. So yeah, I'm just going to have to run like the wires, like just put the thing in there, and then run the wires like sneakily up the side. It's going to be a lot of work, but nothing I can't handle. As long as that bit there is cut through, and it's still foam as far as that goes, so it's nothing that's going to be disastrous structurally. Do I have anything that would be appropriate for Nuka-Cola? Because, I mean, if I got red, then I can use that. Yes, I do. That'd be fun. And green underneath would be okay too, in fact. Okay, don't fall over. Okay, and back. I know I don't announce these things, and I really should, but... So, turns out I have both red and green, which will be perfect for what I'm doing here, because it's going to end up being painted red and green. Tell you what, I will go for new red and green font, which is these ones. So we can start warming that up again, because this isn't going to take that long. There's some red and some green. Now in the past I've had problems with the colour sapping out these into the next thing, but I genuinely don't care in this case. So a set of 1 centimetre strips should be sufficient. So let's just move you out the way a little bit. I know, moving the star of the show out the way is a bit heretical, but... Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4 strips for each of these. So the new canoe is only going to need one thing, like one set. We need 12 for the others. So it's 4, 3, okay, where is my knife? I've had some real disasters with colours leaching out of these sheets in the past, so I'm trying to work them out so I don't use them anymore. But yeah, it's not happening because I don't want to use them. So I need 12 of these. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I knew it would be a bit of it, I didn't know how much. Also, this is like the cheapest quality of craft foam. But yeah, this one it's not such a local one, it's a chain shop, but you know. It employs people in the local area, and that's not perfect, but better than Amazon. I know, if I keep bad-mouthing Amazon on one of their services, I'm going to get in trouble. So forget this one. I bet you I did this. Right, so this one goes in the middle of this line, just below there. Just keep going round. And we've got a little ring on that one. Now to be fair, that's the only ring going on that one because, actually no, let's do it. Until I can hide the lights going up it, there is very little that I can actually do with this one. So just below this one. So let's fix this bit. And that is all I can do for now, because this section here requires the lighting rig. I knew I wasn't going to get too far with that one for now. now we have lots and lots of green to deal with. Now, of course, halfway through the blue right is where we decided this one goes, so let's get that started. Thankfully, my glue gun is now warmed up. And this one at about the same height because we are replicating here. Okay. Some advice when you're doing this: don't put your seams on top of seams. Especially when one of the seams isn't supposed to be there, because it makes the one that isn't supposed to be there very obvious. Why did I make freeze if I only have... Okay, I have far too many of these. Okay, so this one here is halfway through red. Start off halfway through red, just run the thing around. I could just look back at the video of when I made that one and find out exactly where I put my seams. But that would be less fun, wouldn't it? Now, some parts of this thing did not get the memo about it's supposed to be round. Okay, so that's 2 5mm strips cut out of that, and that will be good enough. Okay, so just above green, which, yeah, we already know where these two go. Yeah, just above the start green. You know that feeling when you know you've completely messed up the whole thing for one of these and you just don't want to admit it, so you're just going to carry on anyway? Very much having that feeling right now. Welcome back. And of course the top level, which is just at the top of this screen. Squished up. Starting to look better already. You may not be able to see it, but over there where you're safe. This one last little bit. Well, we went from no application to too much application in one shot. So there's one. Now that we've done that, we've now got to add a lot of well, rivets to it. So I'm going to need 6. So 6 big ones, and I'm going to assume we'll go with 6 small ones as well. No, for some reason 7 small ones. That's fine. I'm just going to use these ones. They're going to be more challenging to cut at the end. I very much suspect these started out as the same thing and then cut off, because I can feel it in this surface. Just like one there. Another one here. I am, of course, taking wild guesses at the appropriate locations for these. Apart from that one. That one's in the wrong spot. So this one. There and there. One by there, and last one up. I think goes about there. So we've got some bolts on the side. To be fair, the higher long one can go on, considering that we've got two that are in the wrong place. There, one there. There. One here. And last one. Just got to set the things around the outside. Now I just need lots and lots of these very small ones. So clear out my cutter. Turn that off. As you can see, this top one is going to be a lot smaller. Unfortunately, that's as far as I can go with that one. So let's get us some, well, small rivets. Whoops. It's not the right ejection stick at all. No, don't start losing them. guess that's 9. There's a lot of these I need, unfortunately, so it's going to be a while. So many small rivets to go on. A lot of them now. There might be enough for one of these. So obviously we had a lot of these around the edges. It's always the little bits of detail like this that keep you going for so long with these projects. I mean, they're there. Next up, now those are too big, but that's fine. We'll let them dry. And then we cut them in half and reuse the other bits on the other ones. Because the only ones that need to be the full height are around the bottom. Okay, so we need 1 from 4, 9, 16. So many of these to do. Now, to do this technique properly, you're supposed to use a metal pipe because plastic just melts. But I couldn't find a metal pipe this size, so here we are. Whoops. Start that one too close. Gonna let that cool down and get on with this. Obviously now we're using again, turn it back on and retract the knife blade, which I keep forgetting to do. Now you might ask why I'm not just cutting it out of the thinner material. It's because it's just not strong enough to have it spun in like this, so we're just sort of stuck. I'd have to cut them all by hand, and it would take so long to cut all these circles by hand. Quite obviously the manufacturing standards were slipping by, you know, this point of the war. Okay, and now we should be ready to cut these in half. That's very much the reason I didn't want to use the big thicker stuff. Unfortunately, the thicker, better material is much worse for cutting later. That is the lowest quality screw I've ever seen on a weapon. Fortunately, these ones have already been cut in half. I'm just going to reduce the number of machining elements I need to do. Okay, so the less better one. Of course, there is nothing I can do on this one. Okay, and that one is as done as it's going to get. I've said that repeatedly. Let's see if both of these actually fit the carriage. One fits the carriage. Number two. Yeah, fits pretty well. So of course, on the actual design, there is a ring that pops up around the front here, which we don't have because, well, I haven't done it yet, basically. So I think the post I'm going to make is about that big. Make a second one. Basically down to the fact this is a little bit of flavour detailing. I'm not that bothered about getting like 100% accuracy with it. That's about square. That should be enough. Now it's got that little square bit. Just take that little bit off, because we're never going to see that, but this bit. Right, I should build this out proper stuff, because if I don't, I will regret it later. And we could turn that back off. About that big, I think. And stop there. It's got no structural strength to it whatsoever, which is going to be an interesting one to deal with. Right, I've got a little bit of card they can use. Do I have anything left? I swear I had loads of these. I took 5 packs of them. I did not use the whole thing last time. And if I was me, and being lazy, where would I put the last of my cardboard? No, it's not up there, it's not down here, it's... I swear it was in this pile. It's beside the chairs, beside the chainmail. Did I throw them out? Why would I have thrown them out? It makes no sense for me to have thrown them out, so... No, it's not there, not there, not up there. Okay, fine. Same grade of cardboard. Cereal boxes are basically the same same grade of cardboard. So there you go. Thank you. I know exactly why I keep turning that off. It's fine. So yeah, I couldn't find my proper crafting cardboard, so I will just accept the loss on that one. And so hopefully get that in. And nose first and then back. Yeah, and that fits. I am going to be painting it. I'm just making sure that I've got this bit on right first. But I need to have these, this bit, and this one separate in order to do the painting properly. Just a little bit more. that off because we've now got something on top of the ring. Give or take a little bit. Okay, it's not perfect, but I'm not going to perfect it now. But put the little bit on top of the ring, just give it something to hold on to. Okay, what's up? Yes, we've got to do a little bit down the bottom. Just got 1, 2, 'So in theory it'll swing, but we've made it look like it might move now. I still don't like how tall it is. I mean, I'd like it to be a little bit shorter laying down, but you can't really, well, you can choose. You can make it yourself. But, so you are, there is the launcher carriage with the nuke on board being held on. Let's drag you back in. You there, you there, you there. Okay, and that's fitted on the carriage. Looks pretty good side on. Okay, so these are a little bit high. So put it back in, let's have another look. Genuinely doesn't matter as long as I'm not wrecking the delicate bits on the bottom. Oop, get it so it's such side on. Okay, now it's really resting flat as it should. So I just need to take a little bit off these to make it ride lower. Is there anything else I actually need to do to you now before we're done? Or I think we've got most of it. Yeah, apart from this bit, which is wonky, which I am going to be annoyed at forever. Because if you look, it's all straight all the way along until here, which moves up slightly. It makes the whole thing look bent. Oh well, it's the things you learn about while it's being made. Got that hole in the back that's supposed to be there that I've refused to do because it's too much work. So we've got that. That side bit just, I don't know. So I'm just going to add some little bits of detailing on this so that I can make it look pretty. That's literally it. These are things, when it's finished, nobody will ever see. If they do see it, something has gone drastically wrong. As I said, half of it is getting it started. side with these things, you don't actually have to stop at any point when you're designing it yourself. And this carriage is entirely one of mine. There you go. It doesn't make much difference, but it does make them look like they're a little bit less than just a bit that's been stuck there to make it look like it works. I believe the next phase up is to make it look more apart from that, which appears to have been bent a little bit. But apart from that, I think that that's mostly done at this point. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for today. But next time, if I can't think of anything else that needs to be done, we're going to be starting painting. Now I think this epic's over. There's so much work in the paint. So, oh yeah, also I've got to clean up all these spider webs everywhere because they would wreck the paint. But so I'll be off now. Hopefully I'm on tomorrow. Not entirely sure if I'm up for game streaming again yet, but I will be back doing this on Tuesday because I definitely want to finish this project. So thanks for coming. Hopefully see you next time. Bye.